Wow, two anime times in the same week. I must be doing good. Yo, what is up, Crockxen Clan members, anime fans, and others who will stumble upon this video? I'm SoresanCrockxen, and I have another anime time for you guys this week. That's today. And it's on the Eden of Grisaia. Now, this show, I was watching it on a weekly basis until college came and kicked me in the ass, and I couldn't watch it anymore. And like yesterday, I decided, hey, I need to catch up, and I started watching it, and then I realized it ended really early. It's only 10 episodes long, and I was like, no! But it was awesome. It was awesome. So, let's do our usual stick. I'm still debating on whether I want to do a character section this week, because literally this is the second season of the show, and there's really not too much I need to talk about the character wise. But we'll see when we get there. So let's start. Alright, so the Eden of Grisaia. This season starts off kind of okay, so it uses the basis of the Labyrinth of Grisaia, which is the, I guess, movie or special, or I don't even know what to call it, that followed the the Fruit of Grisaia. But technically speaking, the Labyrinth of Grisaia is kind of like a prequel to the Fruit of Grisaia, because it's all about the past and like backstory stuff and flashback. It's not really a flashback. We're just seeing this. I don't even know. The Eden of Grisaia kind of follows along the lines of where we left off in the Fruit of Grisaia, but uses the Labyrinth of Grisaia to further build the world. If you want, if I can use that, I guess. Because we're basically, the whole point of the Fruit of or the Eden of Grisaia is for our female characters, all of them, to find out about Yuji's past, like everything that happened to him before he got to the school, the reasons why he can do what he can do. Basically, just fleshing out the character, and that's we the viewers saw this in the Labyrinth of Grisaia. We saw everything that happened to him in his past. We saw it from the very beginning to literally right when he was joining the school. Like, we saw everything that happened. So now it's time for the girls to find out, and the whole point of the season is to, while they're discovering what's going on with him, why he's like this, we're also getting to see, some of the past characters that we saw in the Labyrinth of Grisaia, like, start showing up again, and kind of following the point where the main villain of the Labyrinth of Grisaia, the one that we saw, the one that got away, is back. And so we have to deal with government problems, we have to deal with bargaining, we have to deal with terrorism, we have to deal with bomb threats, we have to deal with a system that spies on the country, kind of like the CIA. No, not the CIA. What is it? I forget what it's called. Damn. But basically, it's a computer system that tracks everyone in the world and get information also. And Yuji's past, and so it's all like mushed in together, and we have to deal with our villain, who is after Yuji for the reasons that we saw in Labyrinth of Grisaia. And that's basically the whole point. It's just this whole build up to having Yuji be kidnapped by the government to use the bargaining chip for our evil villain Oslo, so that he doesn't blow up the freaking country, and also doesn't steal their fancy dancy computer. That's basically what happens in it. It's really crazy, but it's amazing. So that's our story. Now, the animation is basically the same as it was in season 1 and the Labyrinth of Grisaia. I still think it's amazing. I honestly don't even care about the little eye thing, because in case you didn't watch the season 1 review, I'm gonna have it around the video anyways. They have on their eyes, like literally on the side, they have like this little like triangle that's colored usually red, sometimes purplish, but it's literally like just. It seems like an extension of their eye, but it's not really their eye, because it's outside the eyeball area. So in season one, it kind of bugged me because I was just like, why is that there? But at this point, like, I just couldn't even notice it half the time in season two. I know it was there. It was there. But, like, I didn't really gravitate towards my vision. Like, I didn't focus on it. So that's good. They were either I just let it fly by me, or they were really good at, like, making sure you didn't notice it. But it's still pretty good. The music was phenomenal, and I love the opening. Oh my goodness, I love the first opening of season one, but this one just blew it out of the water. And there's two versions of it. We have it in the beginning where we're seeing the female characters, like all of them, and we kind of have this. It's amazing. But then in the second version, we see kind of how the story pans out to be like Yuji, and this is like what happened to him and his life and all the characters that are involved because of him, and it's amazing. Alright, so this character section is going to be pretty short. I really don't feel like I need to do one because, like I said, the characters, they change, but they don't change because they still technically act the same. They all have their quirks and perks and their little kinks and stuff. Like, they still act the same. It's just that they're fleshed out more in this season to just build the world, I guess. I really just want to talk about the main villain, our prime target, Oslo, who is a freaking psychopath. Like, this man needs to be. Like, I don't even know what the heck is wrong with that dude's mind. We get to see what he did with Yuji back in the Labyrinth of Grisaia, where we saw everything that happened when he was younger and all the issues that were going on. He was messed up, right? So he based. I'm pretty sure. I don't know why, but they didn't show it. But we can all assume he probably raped Yuji at some point in his life, or something happened. I don't know, but it was because of him that Yuji turned into an assassin. Like, he basically put him in this freaking camp for assassins and freaking terrorists and just all horrible stuff. And so he's a really bad guy, right? We just don't like him. And then he's come to Japan to get this system, which is called the Tatano system, which is all about the computer system, like I said, that I guess monitors the entire country for some reason. It's also able to for some weird reason connect to the other parts of the world. I don't know how it does that, but he's after that. That's his main goal right now, which is why he set up bombs in certain areas that's gonna detonate, and they're so strong that it's gonna blow up the entire country. It's gonna be a mess. He also put a bomb around Yuji's wrist when he tried to kidnap him, when he was gonna get transported to a jail before the bargaining happened. It was like, this dude is freaking insane, and he's a jerk. He's a jerk. I don't like him. I mean, you're not supposed to like him. If you like him, that's a problem. But he's so insane that he made a clone of Yuji that looks almost like him, except with Yuji's sister's hair and eyes. Really creepy, man. It's just, oh my gosh. Alright, so final episode stuff. This was amazing. I love this ending. It was. I felt weird because it was so short, but I don't know why. It kind of worked. It really did. So the last episode of the show, we have Yuji was rescued by all the girls and stuff like that, right? But he has one final job. First off, he still has a wristband that has a freaking bomb that is gonna detonate. The only one that has a key is Oslo. So he has to go to where Oslo is in a helicopter, and it's like this weird. I don't even know if I guess it's like what are they called? The it's the big ships that carry planes, like the fighter jets and like the military stuff. Oh my gosh, I totally don't remember what they're called. I can't remember. But it's the big ships that carry the planes and stuff like that. It's kind of one of those types. And Yuji infiltrates, starts killing everybody. Like, literally everybody that comes near him with a weapon is gonna die, and that's what happened. Then we have a face off in the rooftop. Well, not rooftop, but like the top deck the upper deck, I guess you could call it, between Yuji and his clone, which was weird. Um, they both injected each other with drugs. I don't know how the heck. Like apparently, I honestly don't know. That drug is weird because they never really explain what it does. Obviously, it heightens your senses and like your physical abilities, but they never really explain anything about it, which really irritated me because that was part of the Labyrinth of Grisaia stuff, and we didn't really like develop everything. So I was just like, okay, we have the drug again, it's showing up, but like I don't what? And but it was a weird experiment. That's basically what I'm trying to say. But they fight, and if it wasn't for Asuko, Yuji would have died. Because Asuko, like, I guess, like, he started thinking about her, and we have this weird, like, thing where she, like, tells him, go, you can do it. And then he beat his clone, killed him, and said goodbye, and then went over, and it was this weird, crazy. It was really, like, I thought it was going to be short. Like, it kind of looked like Yuji was going to beat his ass, and but then they both used the drug, and it was great. Like, I liked that fight. It was amazing. Now, the Oslo fight was weird because Yuji's now injured, and his healing capacities are kind of gone, and well, not really healing capacity. The drug is wearing off, so he can't do too much. So that fight was really weird because it wasn't really a fight. It was more like Oslo like taunting him, and then Yuji can't even get something in, and then he gets stabbed, and he's gonna die, and then he drags Oslo all the way to the desk. Now this part I gotta say was kind of cool because it was a throwback to the Labyrinth of Grisaia and Oslo's training. Because there was a scene when he was doing his assassination training and well basically his graduation where he killed a man with a pen. Like he literally grabbed a pen and stabbed him and killed him. And basically Yuji dragged him to the desk and is like, you should know that I don't need a gun to kill somebody. Just a pen is enough. There's a pen right there. He grabs it. He's like, I gotta thank you for teaching me that. This and like stabs Oslo in the neck. And he's like, ah. It was crazy. And then all the girls are not even there. They're like heading to an island that's owned by Yuji because Asuko used to have it. And then the will passed down to him. And so then you just see like this whole thing where like Yuji is like trying to drag himself out with the sword that used to belong to Asuko. And then he's like he doesn't know where to go, and like he can't see the exit, and he's like his eyesight's going away. He can't breathe, or he can barely breathe, and you just see the flames because the thing blew up. And then I guess they're not sparks. The cinders like start flowing towards him, and then we have another moment with Asuko where she's like, you're not going to die. You can't die yet. I give you the gift of life. Basically, like telling him, you don't need to live for me anymore. And then he sees the exit and he gets out. And then 2 years later, commemoration, the school's open again, but now it's a boat. And it's weird. Everybody's happy, and it was a touching moment. And I love the fact that they were all trolling each other at the end because they all wanted to stand next to Yuji for the photo. Because they all want him. But it was nice. I really like that ending. Well, guys, that's basically all I wanted to talk about the Eden of Grisaia. I did leave some things out because there are some surprises in there that I don't want to spoil, even in the spoiler section of the final episode. Because it's a big surprise, and I really don't feel like it's right of me to say it. Because I know some people don't skip that when they should. But, but anyway, so like this series is great. Like I really love the as a whole, it's amazing, and you can bet I'm definitely gonna be putting this in the top 10 of this year's anime. Because I just love this. I love the emotional like dramatic impact that this show has, and that's really most of the series I've been watching recently geared towards that. Like the ones that I look for geared towards that side. Than anything else. I feel like the action just doesn't appeal to me as much as it used to. But that's just me. So my recommendation is if you gave the Fruit of Josiah a chance, definitely watch the whole thing. Finish the series, and I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I did. I'm gonna be leaving a link in the description to Crunchyroll, where the series is completely out. Right, you can watch everything about it and then enjoy it. It's for free essentially because it's been out for a little while. I think it ended like 3 months, or not 3 months, but like 3 weeks ago. So free members don't have to pay. You know, you don't have to worry about anything. You'll be fine. There's not gonna be any ones that are like locked away. Um, so I hope you guys actually give it a chance and enjoy the series as much as I have. But anyways, guys, that's gonna be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm SoresanCrockxen, and I'll see you guys in future videos.